next fighter is sponsored by the Special Olympics and the Torch Run. He fights out of Warrior Combat Martial Arts and Fitness out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Let's give it up for Tim, the Hybrid Jones.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, another one of the hometown heroes, Tim Jones, making his debut as a professional here in the Victorium MMA, coming from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
That's right. Tim the Hybrid Jones out of Warrior Combat. He told me earlier that he wants to make this a stand-up war, but he really wants to win by submission.
Yeah, like you said, we don't really know much about him. We do know he trains as an MMA fighter. He's got a solid ground game is what he said, but I guess we'll see when he gets out there.
Well, he definitely has put in the extra minutes in the gym. He said he's done his extra laps. He's done his extra miles. He's definitely tried to improve his conditioning, making his way from the amateur ranks to the professional ranks. That's an extra 2 minutes per round, Magic Stone.
That's right. A lot of people say, oh, it's only 5 minute round. You start swinging them punches and throwing them kicks. You be tired in the first 2 minutes if you're not well trained and highly conditioned like the athletes here. But that first 5 minutes is usually hard for most, amateurs to get over.
And Tim Baker, I remember you telling me when you first started training, how long is it that you were able to go on that heavy bag nonstop?
It wasn't anywhere near 5 minutes, I'll tell you that much. So like you said, when you start just throwing everything into your punches and kicks for, back-to-back repetition as fast and hard as you can, you burn out in about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes if you're not trained hard.
Well, there you heard two hometown boys getting it on here in the Victorium. And there you see our tale of the tape. Both men pretty much equal stats, but definitely Devon Mosley has got the experience in his corner.
That's right. There's 2 wins, 1 loss, even the 1 loss in the octagon. The experience is definitely going to be a factor in this fight.
That's right. As you can see, there's the hybrid. But as we speak, here comes Devon Silverback Mosley out to the ring.
Seems to be some border hold up. There he is, making his way to the silverback. Devon Mosley weighing in at a whopping 180 pounds.
That's right. Devon Silverback Mosley trains at the Cage out of Capitol Heights, Maryland. He prefers to stand up war, and he's definitely been trained well by Matt Douglas and Lloyd Urban at the Cage. They pump out champions there, and he's just on his way to becoming one if he can win here tonight.
Again, his nickname is the Silverback. He acts like a beast when he gets into the ring.
That's right. He said he's been training on his stand-up. He's really trying to work with his hands, and that's what Lloyd Urban's been doing with him, is helping him work with his hands, get his boxing straight. So let's see if the newfound strength and speed in his hands is a factor in this fight.
That's right. I had spoken with Matt Douglas before the fight, and I was like, how did he get the Silverback nickname? Apparently, every time he gets hit, he just changes to an animal. So every time you hit him, he unleashes the Silverback.
But definitely he's going to have to unleash something against his opponent here tonight as he takes on the hybrid, Tim Jones.
That's right. They call him the hybrid for a reason. He is both skilled and ground and stand-up. We're going to see if that is a factor tonight. The Silverback mostly prefers a stand-up battle. But I'm sure he's trained extensively on his ground game if he wants to become a well-rounded MMA fighter here for him.
Well, definitely, I got a chance to speak with Tim Jones backstage in our locker room. He said that he is definitely going to be trying to press the pace and try to keep it a fast-paced matchup. He's going to lean on the extra conditioning that he's put in and try to gas his opponent in the later rounds.
Like you said, all too often it comes down to who's got the better endurance. These rounds are long, they're hard. You get 15 minutes after 15 minutes of fight, your body's killing you. These guys are taking a beating while they're trying to do it. It don't take long to break you down.
Well, a legendary trainer once said that you've got to train for 1,000 minutes for every 1 minute that you're in the ring. This could be scheduled for a 15-minute fight. That's 15,000 minutes these men will have had to train in order to have a chance of wanting to pull off a victory here tonight.
That's right. I was speaking to the crowd earlier, and this is one of the most anticipated fights of the night. These two men are known for banging and standing and banging, and we'll see what they do here tonight. The referee, Mike King, is giving over their instructions. This should be one of the greatest fights of the night. I know I say that every fight. That's because I mean it. Every fight here tonight has been great.
Second only to Tony Horn. Both of these men have brought quite the entourage, quite the spectacle to the Victorium MMA. It brought lots of spectators, and neither one of them want to disappoint as both men look to improve their record and get a victory here tonight.
Check that leg kick right there.
That's right. It was good reaction time. It looks like that Mosley counter striker, but we'll see who commits and makes that first move. Because all it takes is one mistake, and this fight can be over. But right now, both men are definitely feeling each other out, sticking and moving, get used to being in that octagon, and once they get loose, it should be a much more interesting fight.
Well, definitely Tim Jones seems to be in more control of this matchup.
Yeah, that was a devastating hook right there. He jacked the jaw, if you will, of the silverback, but he answered back with a high kick. Right now, these two men, like I said, they're feeling each other out, but all it takes is one mistake, and the other man can get the victory here tonight.
Well, definitely I don't like the way that the silverback, Devon Mosley, every time he comes in for a strike, he just throws his hands up and steps backwards. There he almost got caught by doing that very thing. He leaves himself exposed. He could get kicked in the face. Who knows? He might even get kicked in the groin.
Yeah, you can look at the eyes of Tim Jones, and you can see he's placing his shots. He's very focused. He's very dedicated to his hands. He's really trying to land these punches in crucial spots.
That's right, Tim. He's got his hands high.
Crucial spot. There it was.
Devastating left cross right there. Jack his jaw one more time. You can definitely tell his hands are up, his chin is down, and his eyes are focused on silverback.
Well, definitely Devon Mosley has the attention of Tim Jones now. My goodness, what a slip. Devon Mosley right there quick, trying to capitalize on it, but wasn't able to jump on his fallen opponent.
That was a good recovery. He was back on his feet by the time he hit the ground. He was back up. He was really fast on that.
That just shows the power that the hybrid throws in each of his techniques. He threw that kick so hard, it's one of 60 degrees. Because he he definitely felt that. I think that was a low blow right there.
No, sir.
That looked like a gut shot.
Stomach. Yes, sir. Me and Tim saw the same thing. That was definitely not a groin shot, but look at the face of Devon Mosley. I think he's trying to play it off like it was a groin shot.
No, that was a skin-on-skin slap.
Definitely, I saw it hit above that red line. Looked like it hit him right around the belly button area. Or it looked like he's trying to play it off every time the ref's back is turned. He's just fine, but when the ref turns around, he's playing it up. He deserves an Oscar for this performance.
That's right. The cup that all these fighters wear doesn't make a slapping sound when you connect with it. It's there to protect. He looks fine right now for taking a devastating groin shot. Apparently he recovered quickly, but like you're right, gentlemen, I think he did take advantage of the rule right there to get a break in the action.
But definitely, it doesn't lean for his advantage because Tim Jones also got that same amount of time to take a break. And Tim Jones right back after his opponent, like any good professional mixed martial artist should be.
And once you connect with a low blow, you're definitely going to have to rethink every time you throw a kick. It's going to be in the back of your mind. You're going to have to calm down, focus his technique, and get the job done. Devon Mosley is definitely taking advantage of the loophole in the rule.
I definitely said it earlier, by him throwing up his hands and scooting back. Leaves himself defenseless. He might get kicked in the face or he might get kicked in the groin. He came really close as he got kicked in the midsection, and like you said, Matthew Stone took advantage of a loophole in the rules.
And like you see, as soon as he came out, the first thing he did was he threw a head kick, and then he threw a big right hook from a position. He's trying to throw from weird positions, from weird defenses. Devon Mosley, he doesn't look too comfortable on his feet right now.
Once again, you hear the smack of that devastating body kick to the short ribs of Devon Mosley. He can't take too many more of those, folks.
Both men are able to land these devastating leg kicks to keep some distance. And right in the back. Devon Mosley goes for that spinning back kick, but gets kicked right in the spine for his efforts by his opponent, Tim Jones.
That's right. That's not the first time we've seen a spinning back technique here. That was a spinning back fist. It connects. A kick of his own from the silverback to the midsection of Tim Jones, answering back, if you will.
You notice Tim Jones is not getting cocky. He's keeping his hands up. He's keeping his chin down. He's still got that same focus and concentration. He's not getting cocky, even though he's getting the upper hand on the stand-up.
That's right. Tim Jones is definitely staying in the pipe during these exchanges. He's not throwing wild. It only takes one of those head kicks to change the outcome of this fight. He's targeting. He's zeroing in on that target. If he connects with one of those, this fight might be over.
Tim Jones needs to capitalize on that weak defense, that throwing the hands up and stepping back. We're not on a card. Caught right on the chin, up against the cage. It stunned him for a minute. He almost went down.
That's right. Devon Mosley came in. He caught him right on the chin. He stumbled him a little bit, but it looks like he's recovered. I don't know. He might have a little bit of wobbly legs, but Tim Jones needs to press the advantage right now.
Yeah, Tim Jones just threw that little left hook out there to test him, and Devon Mosley just happened to jump in at that same time and added a lot more force to that punch.
Well, luckily for Tim Jones, that unfortunate kick to the groin that I think was a kick to the stomach didn't cost him a point, and he's definitely in full control of this match. Definitely, I would say, in control of the scorecards, in my opinion.
That's right. He definitely has octagon control. He stayed at the center. He's chasing him down. Devon Mosley's definitely been on the offensive circling, not really throwing too many techniques. He's definitely behind on the scorecard. He's going to have to pick his game up if he wants to win this next round.
And what a round that was. Our first round of this matchup, going into our second. And there you see the slightly injured Devon Mosley. The ring corner tended to Tim Jones.
Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in Tim Jones' corner, they're going to be telling him to do exactly what he's been doing. Yeah, I bet you the conversation in Devon Mosley's corner is a little bit different.
Definitely they should be telling Devon Mosley that he needs to stop throwing his hands up as he steps back. It's leaving him way too exposed and way too open for a big right hand or a big front kick right underneath the chin.
That's right, Devon Mosley, every time he backs up, like you said, he throws his hands up. He reminds me of Vladimir Klitschko, you know, the boxing champion. He does the same thing. You got to be very careful with that, because all it takes, he can throw a feint with a jab, come in there with a flying knee or a head kick, then possibly a Superman punch, and with your hands up, there's no way to defend it, and that could be the end of the fight.
Looks like Mike King's about to get us started into our second round. There you heard the bell tells both fighters to fight. They come out, touch gloves, and this second round is underway.
That's right. Let's see if Silverback changes his game plan a little bit, becomes more active.
Devon Mosley came out. He's up on his balls of his feet again. He's bouncing around. He's looking a little bit more energized, like he's changing his game plan a little bit.
And definitely he needs to. Oh, and that leg kick. He's floating around like he's Apollo Creed out there.
And that's right. As you can see, Mr. Tim Hybrid Jones there definitely has that left hand cocked, ready to unleash it at any time. And, you know, if he connects with it, he's done it more than once. It could end the fight at any time.
That's right, throws out a couple of jabs. Oh! That flying knee, but Tim Jones able to counter it and drive his opponent right into the cage.
Looks like he's going for a double leg.
Oh my goodness! A huge slam, and listen to the crowd, they love it.
Devon Mosley did exactly what he should have done, though. He locked the guard, he held on for the ride, he's controlling the head, he's swimming on the inside, he's trying to advance his position, setting him up for something. He looks like he's doing what he's supposed to be doing on the bottom.
That's right, that was a beautiful double leg takedown. Now Tim Jones has him pressed up against the fence, where it's that much harder to try to do any submissions or escape because the fence blocks your movement.
Absolutely right. And Tim Jones doing everything he can to keep working and to keep this fight in his favor, and he's doing just that, earning all kinds of points against his opponent, Devon Mosley.
All I know is every time Mosley opens his guard, that is the opportunity Tim Jones needs to get out of that position and maybe get side mount, possibly mount him. You know what I mean?
Tim Jones needs to be careful, though, raining down the big punches from the guard like that, because all he got to do is take his legs and throw them over top, catch him with one in and one out. Now you're in a triangle position. It's a very common mistake from this position.
Well, definitely, like Matt said, it's going to be a little bit harder as we press up against the cage. And it looks like Tim Jones is doing a good job of working to prevent just that.
Not only does he have him pressed up against the cage, he has him pressed up against the cage in his corner where his coaches are telling him to stay calm, breathe, and don't do anything rash. You got him right where you want him. Take your time, see the opportunity and strike. Don't force something, let it come.
Mosley's doing exactly what he needs to be doing. He's trying to control the head. He's keeping the arm in tight. He's making Tim Jones really wear himself out from the top position. But he's relatively keeping himself safe from most of those punches.
But definitely, Tim Jones is definitely letting him know who he is and making Devon Mosley aware and trying to make him take all the weight of Tim Jones.
Oh, Tim Jones is definitely winning on the points card right now.
I do know this. Even though they're short shots, Tim Jones has the kind of power.
Oh, there he is. Look, almost rolled him up into an armbar right against the cage.
He's got that real low, though.
My goodness.
Oh, he watched his punches.
Oh, my goodness, these raining punches. And Devon Mosley is free.
Yeah, he had that armbar real low. He had the hips right at the elbow. You need the hips a little bit below the elbow, down by the shoulder area, to really get that pressure when you bend that arm backwards. When you grab him at the elbow like that real low, he don't really have the armbar. He's hanging onto his arm.
Well, And Tim Jones countered beautifully right there, had the knee into the chest, punching him right down square in the face. Definitely released that hold. Good counter, but right now he's back in the guard of Devon Mosley where he does not want to be.
Tim Jones making Devon Mosley pay for that arm bar that he tried to get him in.
And see, Tim Jones right now is giving him the elevator sweep right there with that one leg up post he had, but Devon Mosley is so stunned from those punches that he didn't even see it was there.
Definitely it's hard to keep your game plan when punches are being rained down upon you.
He's trying to keep him close, trying to grab the hand, trying to prevent this brutal ground and pound. Not working. Right now he has an open guard again. Tim Jones has used the opportunity to pass the guard and get in a more dominant position. Oh, and once again he wasted his chance, and now he's in a closed guard of the silverback.
Well, definitely Tim Jones making the most of this opportunity here tonight in the Victorium MMA. It looks like Mike King, our referee, is going to stand these two men up. But definitely, you can't complain. Both men were working from that ground position.
Yeah, I don't agree with that stand-up, Brandon. The men were fighting. They were definitely working, but it's the ref's decision, and they stand him up, and this definitely favors Tim Jones.
But you notice Tim Jones pops up. He's moving around. He's doing like he was doing right before he went down. Devon Mosley, his feet are flat now. He's planted. He's not bouncing like he was before he went to the ground. He obviously took the worst end of the energy exchange.
That glancing kick almost did it. Did we have another throwing shot?
That didn't look like it.
I think we might have had an incidental low blow. I think Tim Jones might have caught it in the cup there. We're gonna he gets about 3 minutes, I believe, 3 to 5 minutes to see if he's okay, and then this fight will continue.
I believe it is at the referee's discretion, and our referee in charge of the action here tonight in this matchup is going to be Mike King. Definitely looking at both men.
So that was the second time that he got a low blow, so that would...
No, Tim. Unfortunately, it was Tim Jones that caught a low blow.
Oh, wow.
There you saw him in the corner trying to stretch it off, trying to open up that gracilis, that growing muscle, if you will.
That's right. And as that low blow, as the break in the action is, it gives Devon Mosley a chance to recover a little bit. He was definitely rocked and slowing down after that brutal exchange.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those dangers when both men are going for that inside leg kick.
Looks like Mike King, looks like both fighters will continue. It looks like this matchup will continue.
I don't know, the look on Devon Mosley's face, he looks like he sucked a little bit of wind. He looks to be a little gassed, a little tired. And maybe that extra conditioning is going to pay off for Tim, the hybrid Jones.
That's right, you can see his mouthpiece is definitely breathing with an open mouth. He might be a little winded right now. We'll see how his condition is. We don't even know if he's been to a second round, possibly a third round. Right now, you have to bring your A game. You have to be conditioned. If you're going to be a professional fighter in Victorium.
Oh, it looked like he went for a flying knee, changed to a kick. It looks like, unfortunately, Devon Mosley did get kicked in the groin that time.
And it looks like Mike King is going to take a point away from him. Yes, he is. From the judges, he loses 1 point for a second low blow, which should have been his first low blow of the night.
You're absolutely right, Matthew Stone. But definitely, I don't think that 1 point loss is going to change the scorecards all that much. Because definitely that first round seemed like Tim Jones was in full control and definitely in the dominant position against his opponent.
Yeah, like you said, that was just collateral damage. That was an incidental blow. He was obviously going for the flying knee that didn't connect. And Mosley backed up. It was just the toes were at the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess.
That's right. It's extremely dangerous when you try a technique like that because if you don't connect, you can hit other, you're aiming for the head, but if he moves, you might hit another part. And as you said,
a touch the gloves, and this bell spells the end of this round.
Here we go, folks. This is our first third round of the night. We might have, like you said at the beginning of the show, we're going to have a war, and this is our first war here tonight.
That's right, and it's going to be a war of attrition. Definitely it's going to come down to conditioning. It's going to come down to heart, and it's going to come down to which man wants it the most.
Well, it looks like Tim Jones is doing a good job so far controlling the ring. He's controlling the octagon. He's throwing his punches. He's landing punches. He's not taking too much damage. Looks to be in really good condition. He's not really breathing heavy. Devon Mosley is taking a lot of punishment. He's taking a lot of abuse, several low blows, and he looks to be a lot more winded than Tim, the hybrid Jones.
I will say this, if this fight does go to the judges' scorecard, will that point deduction be a factor?
Again, Matthew Stone, I don't think so. Definitely not after that dominant second round on the part of Tim, the hybrid Jones.
But there's always that danger whenever you let it go to the judges' scorecard.
That's right. He's definitely got it. Both men have hit low blows here tonight. They're going to have to check their techniques, become a little more focused, calm down.
Oh, they come out and hug. Look at it. But at least it's not like another federation where we saw the two men come out and kiss.
This is what I do know. These two men, this is the third round. This is what they're here for. They're here in Victorium for a victory. They're going to leave it all on the table here, folks.
You're absolutely right, Matthew Stone. This third round is going to be the crucial round, the one that decides it all. Like Tim said, you don't want to leave it up to the judges' scorecards. One of these men is going to have to try to find a way to finish here tonight in Ruther Glen, the Virginia Sports Complex. We've had knockouts. We've had stoppages due to strikes. We've even had a submission, but we have not had a fight go the distance to go to the judges' scorecards yet. Could this be that matchup?
That's right. You can tell he's definitely all. Supposedly we have a low blow again. We will see. I do not know. This is the third low blow from Tim Jones tonight. Technically the second one.
Definitely you hear the crowd booing, not liking what they're seeing here tonight. He doesn't look to be too phased for a man that got kicked in the groin. Looks to be a little disappointed.
Well, maybe the first two numbed him up. He didn't really feel that last one. He has taken 3 this fight so far. That is a lot of abuse for one man's groin.
Taking another point. My goodness,
that is
another point from Tim Jones.
That's right, Brandon. That is 2 points off the judges' scorecard for Tim Jones. That might actually be a factor right now.
That could actually sway the judges' scorecard.
Definitely, it's going to be a little bit more of a hindrance for Tim Jones. He's going to have to find a way to knock out his opponent if he wants to have a definite shot of winning this matchup.
That's right. We're going to see if Tim Jones even throws the kick after that. He might abandon the kicks and work straight, boxing strikes. Apparently, he's been winning the exchanges so far.
He needs to keep going with what's working for him, Matthew Stone. Again, Devon Mosley with that throwing up the hands like you're on an amusement ride technique just isn't working. A poor defense all the way around.
You can definitely tell who the more crisp striker is. Tim Jones throws the harder kicks. Mosley's kicks, they might not be as powerful, but they definitely score points. But like I said, Tim Jones has the power. Mosley's definitely circling, but he needs to pick up the pace if he wants to win this match.
Well, they call him the silverback because they say he turns into an animal. He needs to go ahead and hulk up and go ahead and break into silver, if you ask me, and turn the tide of this fight.
Yeah, if you look at Tim Jones in this fight, in this final round, in the third round here, and then you look at him in the first round, he's in the same position. He's still light on his feet. He's still got his hands up. He's still got his chin down. He's still focused. He's still picking his shots. Very good conditioning on Tim Jones' part. But like you said, Devon Mosley, he needs to change his game up.
That's right. Tim Jones has abandoned the kick. Doubling up on that right cross there. Snap the head back.
What was that? Look, I don't even know what that was. Looked like a trip. Looked like he was about to throw up a back leg and catch him where he didn't need to and had our 4th low blow. But Devon Mosley able to answer back with a leg kick.
He's definitely using them leg kicks a little too late. He should have been working them the entire fight. It's a little too late.
And look. Tim Jones got him. Drives him right into the cage.
Right, double leg takedown, goes right to the side control, steps over into the full mount.
Almost full mount, Tim. He definitely used that kick 1, 2 in a row. Caught the last one, drove him into the cage, and takes him down.
But definitely now he's got him in the full mount.
He's got a knee on belly. He's back in the half mount.
Good job from Mosley to get back in the half guard. That was a really good job.
Mike King in full control, fully watching this matchup. And there you see Tim Jones trying to mount.
Looks like he has a mounted guillotine with the arm trap. As you can see, his right arm is trapped between the legs.
He's still turning into a neck crank right now.
Oh, there it is. This might spell the end. We might see lights out for Devon Mosley. No, Devon Mosley able to roll through. My goodness, the action here tonight is unparalleled.
That's right. He held on. He took it as long as he could. He got the reversal. But right now, Tim Jones is in side control, raining down elbows and knees to his midsection. This is not good.
I'll tell you what, after 3 rounds of fighting, it's going to be hard to finish any submission hold like this because the guys are so tired.
Oh, there it is. He finally gets the mounted position right now. He tries to go belly up, and he does.
He got his back.
He's got the over-under position.
He's trying to slip that elbow right underneath the chin, and he does try to choke out his opponent.
But he doesn't have
choke.
He doesn't have any hooks in. And
no, he doesn't. He lost it.
Yep. But he still ended up in mount position with the arm pin. Devon Mosley's definitely trying to roll.
Look at these right and left hands.
He's giving him the arm bar, sticking his arms up in his face.
Looks like he almost
saying, "Here, take him."
So he looks like he almost went for an arm triangle, but he's softening him up right now, trying to decide how to finish him.
That's right, through him. blows to the belly, blows to the dome. My goodness, rights and lefts. Both men giving it all they've got. Look at the look of exhaustion on both men's faces.
That's right. Every time Mosley tries to roll around, Tim Jones kind of, lets off a little bit and kind of rolls with him to stay on that top position. No matter where he goes, Tim Jones is on him like a snake.
Yeah, it's what they call perfect control, man. When the guy wants to move, you're light, you give him his position, then you take back real heavy, get your hips down real low, smother him again. It's real good control on Tim Jones' part.
Tim Jones looks like he's trying to do everything he can to finish this fight here in our final round of this matchup. The third round, my goodness.
Look at him, Tim Jones raining down punches and elbows.
There it is. This matchup is over, and both men, Tim Jones helping his opponent Devon Mosley, loving embrace there in the middle of the ring. Definitely a sign of respect for both men, giving it their all here tonight for everybody at home watching, for everybody in the crowd.
That's right, this is our first war. There might have been a couple questionable moves, maybe a couple questionable calls, but when you all break it down, this was still one hell of a fight, and it went the distance, our first distance fight of the night.
Like you said, Matt Stone, the 2 points definitely would be a factor now that it's in the judges' hands. Even though it looked like Tim Jones was landing more punches, had better control, but 2 points is a lot.
He definitely finished out that round strong on top, throwing punches down. Devon Mosley definitely absorbed tons of punishment tonight, but he's still standing. It shows the toughness that is the silverback.
I may be wrong, but I don't remember seeing Devon Mosley on top during this fight even once. I saw a total and nothing but full control on the part of Tim Jones, making his debut as a professional, looking like he's been there for years.
That's right, Tim Jones definitely got him down and held him, had his way on the ground. Once it got back up to the stand-up, it was a little more even match, but Tim Jones was a more technical and powerful striker, and it definitely showed as it slowed him down in them later rounds.
Well, definitely, Devon Mosley looking like he's a little bit more winded. Tim Hughes, the first to raise his hand. The crowd cheered behind him. Definitely, I think, if I was the judge, I'd give this fight to that man, the hybrid Tim Jones.
Well, you never know when it goes to the judges' scorecards what's going to happen, but we're going to find out here soon from Giovanni.
I have seen worse upsets.
That's true, and this is a fight. Anything can and will happen. We've seen it before with the 48-year-old Tony Horn knocking out Michael Lee Olsen, so anything can happen here tonight.
There you see our ring announcer Giovanni Lim about to give the judges' official decision.
That's right, you can hear the crowd. There might have been a couple questionable calls, like I said earlier, but the crowd knows good fights when they see it, and they're definitely showing their appreciation with the applause.
And they definitely saw a great fight here tonight.
One winner over the other. And a lot of people tell you don't let it go to the judges, but these guys gave it all. I thought it was a great fight. Sure, we do have an official decision. Our winner, by way of unanimous decision.
There you heard it, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this matchup, Tim Jones against all odds. Again, losing 2 points for those kicks below the belt, but still able to pull off a victory in the minds of the judges. Not only does he get the fighter's prize purse, but he gets the shot with our two lovely ring girls.
Like you said, Brandon, losing 2 points, still winning the fight. That shows just total control in the ring.